United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois has released fresh documents holding Bola Tinubu's encounter with American authorities over allegations of narcotics trafficking and money laundering. Mr. Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress and former Lagos governor, has come under intense public ridicule and political onslaught for his role in an early 1990s drug trafficking case in Chicago. Mr. Tinubu has not commented on the narcotics affairs, which has made headlines since at least the mid-aughts, preferring instead to discuss other parts of his background in corporate accounting, consultancy, and pro-democracy activism. He, however, informed the Electoral Office (INEC) in his application to stand for the election that he had no prior criminal convictions. Mr. Tinubu allies have also made efforts to downplay the matter entirely as a trivial distraction to Nigerians' democratic experience because it happened decades ago in a distant land. But Nigerians have insisted that the presidential candidate should come clean on his involvement in the case, which saw him forfeit up to $400,000 to the U.S. authorities in 1993. The 56-page document released by the District Court's headquarters in Chicago did not include crucial new details, but it further confirmed snippets of the matter that had been shared spontaneously by the media for years. Journalist David Udeyin also reignited interest in Mr. Tinubu's drug dealing background following a July 13 article in West Africa Weekly. The latest certified copies of the court case obtained on August 10 showed Mr. Tinubu and two others named K.O. Tinubu and Alhaji Mogati were involved in banking proceeds of illicit drugs and money laundering with Heritage Bank and Citibank. It was not immediately clear whether or not Alhaji Mogati was a misspelling of Alhaja Abibatu Mogaji, Mr. Tinubu's foster mother, who passed on in 2013. The US government had in July 1993 sought forfeiture of proceeds of narcotics Mr. Tinubu was accused of laundering. The matter was resolved in a compromise between the Tinubus and the US authorities, with the Tinubus being asked to keep the money in the Heritage Bank account, while the $460,000 in the Citibank account was forfeited. A federal judge subsequently dismissed the matter with prejudice on September 21, 1993, which effectively foreclosed the matter from being litigated again by all parties. It, however, remained unclear whether or not Nigeria authorities could still bring charges against Mr. Tinubu over the same case in Nigerian courts. Kalu Agu, an Abuja-based lawyer with ties to opposition politics, has been among those seeking to hold Mr. Tinubu to account over the matter. He petitioned the EFCC and NDLA, Nigeria Anti-Graft and Anti-Narcotics Department respectively, to probe Mr. Tinubu's involvement in the drug charges before the presidential elections in February. In the November 8th petition, Mr. Kalu Agu gave both officers 7 days to launch action against Mr. Tinubu or be compelled through a judicial order of mandamus, a process that involves ordering a public department to perform a public duty. It is our view that you have a historic duty to ensure that Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu is called to account for his deeds in money laundering arising from his involvement in narcotics trafficking. Mr. Kalu, from his think tank Center for Reform and Public Accountability in Abuja. Mr. Tinubu who has been on a campaign tour through the country, did not return a request seeking comment about the released court documents and Mr. Kalu's petition to federal authorities. The spokesman for his campaign also declined comments. And it's not even only because Tinubu is not a, people are thinking he's not fit, or he's not fine, or he's not okay health wise. I think it goes beyond that. There are some questions that he cannot answer. That is why they are running. So it goes beyond whether he's sick or not. That should be, might be part of it. But the main thing are the questions that will be thrown to him. He knows all the questions that will be asked him. So he's avoiding all of that, and his people are trying to avoid that as such.